Anybody?
and then he's so good on defense. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
And then he's so smart. Like it's crazy. I really think he's like the biggest, the smartest, and has the best defense for all the heavyweights.
The only person that you can sit here and say would be like a smarter boxer would be like a Muhammad Ali. But it's like, the guy is a genius when it comes to the ring. Like I mean, you could tell. And have you ever heard his father talk?
No, never.
So his dad's a fighter as well. Hearing him, I can understand why he's the way he is. He talks just as much shit as he does. Also, he's very like he has a great boxing mind because he was breaking down the fight. He said in an interview the day before the fight, he said that he was gonna knock out Wilder. I think in the 7th or 8th round. He said he's not gonna last. And I was like, dang, bro. He's like, he already know. He said Fury already knows he can't knock him out because he gave him his best shot and he still got up. And that mentally, can you imagine being a power puncher, giving this dude your all, swearing that dude was asleep when everybody else has been slept before, and him to get back up? Mentally, I don't care how tough Deontay is mentally. That right there is demoralizing.
Yeah, like that's like just take it to like a regular street fight. If somebody punches you as hard as they can, and you don't fall, it's like, whoa, this is not what I signed up for. Like that's what I feel like he felt like. I hit him as hard as I could. Fight is over, lights out, and then he got up and still was boxing him. And he was just like, "Yo, are you kidding?" And it's like, that's why I have so much respect for Fury because we literally watched the fight before. Who did he fight? The fight before Wilder.
Oh, you talking about you talking about Ortiz?
Yeah, he lost. He was losing. I'm sorry, I was watching the fight. He was getting killed in that fight. He hit him one time, and the fight was completely over.
Yeah,
it was crazy. But that you can't do that against Fury. He's just too good.
And Fury is also a full-blown crackhead. And I told you, try knocking out a crackhead. That's just not...
They're just going to get up.
They're going to get up every time. They're superhumans. Like, that's one thing and I think people also slept on. I want some good money, by the way. I just want you to know. And if you're watching my video and you owe me money, you better be seeing me soon. All right, cool. I had to make sure that was said. Now, yes, but anyways, back to the legacy of Tyson. You already said you think that when it comes to smarts, and the only thing that he really doesn't have is punching power. That's not really his thing. Like he's not gonna just knock you straight out just with one punch, unless you really some trash. But I mean, I think he's up there. I think like with another dominating win over Wilder, even though people are gonna say Wilder's resume is not that great either. They're gonna say the same thing about Anthony Joshua. But if he beats both of them and he dominates, you have to start putting him up there.
If I was him, there's no way I would fight Wilder again. I would rather retire. He literally has nothing to gain from this fight. He already beat him twice. I know they said the first time was a draw. It wasn't.
That's bull.
Yeah, like it wasn't. He already beat him twice. Him playing a third time is like, for what?
I agree.
It can only help Wilder.
He has to though. That's the sad thing about. That's one thing about boxing. That's kind of like I like that about the UFC where it's like you're not guaranteed a rematch. It's one of those like if you held the belt for a long time, you are like more likely gonna get one. But with Wilder, he doesn't deserve one. He got dominated. And I've said this on my snap. I was like, they fought 19 rounds. How many rounds did Wilder win in those 19 rounds?
2 or 3.
2 or 3. That's 16 rounds he lost. And 10 of those he got dominated in. That's bad. I don't want to see that fight again. And it's going to sell because people are going to believe that BS excuse he came up with talking about his equipment was too heavy. But that was a personal choice. And if it was too heavy, that's on you. Also,
I hate the excuses.
And my thing is, I hate when fighters or even athletes in general sit here and say, I don't want to come up with no excuses, but, all right, you already lied. You already lied, bro. Right. That's an excuse already. So I'm not really with all that. But we'll see. I mean, they're going to fight a third time. Wilder's going to get waxed again. And I think that hurts his legacy. That's another thing. Wilder, your legacy is going to get ruined from that. You're going to get dominated in 3 fights. The world's going to know now that Tyson Fury is just all out, just all around a better fighter. Rather than you going back to the drawing board, fighting 2 other opponents at least, getting better, and then possibly getting a trilogy. And then letting Fury and Joshua fight. Let those 2 fight.
That's going to be even worse.
I know. I believe that too. Well, I believe that too. Fury, I just think Fury is the best in the world. And I've been saying that for years now.
Yeah, he has been saying that. But he is the best, though, literally. Yeah. If you watch the fight, you can see that he's the best.
Yeah.
It's like, it's rare that, some people are undefeated and then they're like, you're like, I don't know. Maybe he's not the best. Maybe his competition. But when you watch a fight, like if you watch boxing, you can clearly see that he's the best. Like when you watch it, you can clearly see it.
Yeah. But anything else you want to say about the fight?
Yeah. If anybody wants to bet me, I got Fury again.
Oh, likewise.
Just saying.
Just let me know. I'll give you my Cash App and all that. Um, now, also, it is the last week of February. Well, technically it's March, but, you know, last week was February. So you know what that meant. Combine time. It's one of my favorite times of the year. I love looking at Combine video. Even though I don't value Combine as high as others, I still love it because I love to see how freakishly athletic some of these guys are.
Yeah.
Now, Kay watches it a little bit more than I do. And I think he also values it a lot more than I do.
Nah, I don't really value Combine that much.
Really?
It like, as Michael Irvin was saying, he made an incorrect statement, but most of what he was saying was true.
Oh, the 4-3 thing?
Yeah. First of all, Michael Irvin, Bullet Bob Hayes definitely runs a 4.3.
Matter of fact, he probably runs faster than that.
He ran a 5.28 60-yard dash. I'm pretty sure he runs a 4.3.
At least a 4.3.
Just saying. Randy Moss definitely runs a 4.2. And both of those guys are in the Hall of Fame. But that's neither here nor there.
Was he talking about just receivers, correct?
Yeah. He
Okay,
was
cool.
just talking about receivers.
Cool.
But I do feel as though, and Josh can attest to this, he's an athlete just like me. Game speed and 40 speed are two completely different things.
Completely different.
As you guys should know, I'm a Patriots fan, mainly because Tom Brady's there. Once he's out, I'm out. But, you know, that's not important right now. Philip Dorsett is on our team. He ran a 4.33 40. He's not fast. He's a little fast, but Tyreek Hill is way faster than him. Like, T.Y. Hilton is way faster than him. Deshaun Jackson is way faster than him. Like
those are 4.3 guys, though.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they both run the same 40.
Oh, okay.
And they're way faster than him. They're running past. Ted Ginn is running past people by 30 yards. This is how you know somebody's fast. If you're running and somebody falls while they're chasing you, that's because their body can't keep up. That means you're fast and they're not. So the 40 times can be misleading, but it's sometimes you need the validation. For example, you see a guy play like D1 AA, and you like, man, he's flying past dude. Then he runs a 4.3, like, oh, he's actually fast. You know what I mean? Like, it can kind of go, you know, but trust the tape first. But the combine stuff does help a little bit.
I will say, I mean, it's fair because we drafted Kelvin Benjamin. He ran a 4.67, I think, or something like that.
He's slower than that.
He was much slower than that.
He probably is a 5.
Like, he was dirt slow. And, I mean, 4.6 is still bad. I mean, it's still very bad for a receiver. And it showed on the tape. But I'm 100% on that. I hate 40-yard dash. Like, look at the fastest people that ran the 40 in the scouting combine. All of them suck.
Not Chris Johnson. He actually was good.
Well, yeah, no. Well, he was. The funny thing is, though, about him, his shelf life was really, really short.
He still had like 8,000-yard season.
No. He was good. I'm not gonna. I'm talking about. I was actually more so going on your receiver thing because it was talking about the list.
John Ross is not good.
John Ross is trash. I think I forgot the other list. It was a 4.7. I mean, a 4.27. It was a 4.31. Like, it was a lot of guys who was running these fast times, just not good because it's not really about straight line speed. It's not the NFL.
But no, that's not even the thing.
It is the thing.
Straight line speed is cool and all, but some people are just not fast in the game. I've literally played against people in real life that are not fast in the game, and then you race them and you get smoked. You're like, what the hell? You wasn't doing that on the field. It's because they don't have game speed. Some people have game speed. Look at Jerry Rice highlights. Just everybody watch. Jerry Rice is playing against a lot of fast dudes that run 4.3s. In the game, you notice Jerry Rice has the most 50-yard touchdowns of all time. He runs like a low 4.6. His game